Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hello, welcome back, and thank you for watching. Today we are coming to you from the top of our new camper. Of course, when you buy something new, you can't just leave it alone. So we're kind of starting the process of adding things we want on it. And, we're not really modifying right now. We're installing the hood vent cover over the vent so that we can have the vent open, and if it rains or the weather's kind of bad, then we can still have the vent open for airflow. So yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. The hardest part is finding the screws in this goop that they used to seal it. Once I found one, it was a lot easier to figure out where the other ones were, just based off of how far back they are from the edge. See, I guess just about right on that one. Not too bad. Not too bad. Jayco did install the vent really close to the antenna. So this part here actually hits the antenna a little bit. I'm gonna go down and turn the antenna from underneath, see if we can get it to fit a little better. See, now the antenna's turned around. Hopefully it leaves a little more room for the vent. We hardly ever use the TV. I think we've used it 3 times on our other one and used the antenna maybe once. So if we can't turn the antenna, not a big deal. All right, so here we're just putting in the pins to hold the cover on. So this is a fantastic fan, and they blow a lot of air. So you have to make sure you get the right vent cover for the fantastic fan, because if you don't, the fan can't blow enough air out fast enough, and you end up blowing out your motor. Not blowing up your motor, but you overheat it because it can't work as well as it wants to. So this is the high flow model made for the fantastic fan. So that was it. Pretty straightforward. Took out 4 screws, put on the brackets with the pins, and that is now on there. Cool. All right, another thing we're installing today are levels on the side and the front, so we can tell if the camper is level or not when we get to a campsite. So grab the big level and get to work. I did spend a little bit of time yesterday leveling out the camper. I moved it forward, threw some rocks under the tires. As you can see here, I threw the level on it on the floor inside, and I got it pretty darn close. So before I throw them on, I'm gonna double check, and then we'll put them on. So that is side to side. That is pretty darn good. And that is front to back, and that is just about right on. So can't get too much more better than that. So put on the levels. Alright, there we go. So on our last camper, I made the mistake of putting this above the door. And this is where I store all the leveling blocks and all that kind of stuff that I'm gonna need when I'm leveling out. So this would always be open with the level behind it. So I'm not gonna make that same mistake twice. I put it in front of it, boom, level. right, there's the one on the front. Right, there we go. All right, today we're installing a couple more things on the camper. We're gonna start with the screen guard, keep that screen safe from the kiddos, and then putting handles back on the door. These things, they go up here. These things really help make it a lot easier to open and, well, mostly close the door. So yeah, that's what we're doing today. That was kind of more of a pain in the butt than I thought it was going to be, but it's on and it'll serve its purpose. Alright, that's one handle, one screen protector. Now one more handle on the back door and we'll be good to go. So I'm taking you for a first ever ride on my head. So we'll see how that goes. I'm going to be installing this, I call it like a self-fixing fuse for our jack, for our tongue jack. Because the fuse, if you go all the way up or all the way down, the fuse blows, and that is a major pain in the butt, because then you lose power to your entire rig. So we are going to install this guy so that does not happen. Excuse the chainsaw noise, my neighbor just cut down his tree and they are cutting it to pieces. Is this guy right here? Just gonna make sure the jack still works. And the light works. All right, bam. So another modification I'm going to be doing is putting in some USB, some 12 volt USB plugs so we can charge phones and stuff when we're boondocking. We normally are boondocking or dry camping instead of being plugged into shore power. So I want to install a couple of those. I think I'm going to do it on either side of the bed here. I'm going to put them right here and then the same spot on the other side there. I don't have them yet. I just wanted to make sure I was gonna be able to have power to them and all that kind of stuff pretty easily, which I am going to be able to. We have these lights here, and also we have lights in the storage. So what I've been doing is looking, how can I get power there? Well, luckily this comes off super easy. There's a cover that covers this. I took it off already. So there's 12 volt running right here. So I'm just gonna find the one that I need to tap into, mark it, and then when I get those sockets, all I've gotta do is drill a hole here, plug, and go. Pretty excited, that's pretty easy. In our last camper, we didn't have 12 volt on this side of the bed. So I wasn't able to run the 12 volt over here. It was just gonna be a pain. So this is gonna be perfect. And I'm gonna get a couple of them that have the a voltmeter on them as well, so then I can see where our batteries stand and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I'm pretty excited about that. Pretty easy install, hopefully, cross my fingers. So you can see the blue one is the one that runs from up there. The red goes to the lights up front. So when I get my outlets, I just got to plug into that blue, pretty much just like this, and I should be good. I love when things seem that easy. Nothing ends up being that easy, but at least it's seeming to be that easy for now. So I remembered that I had one USB socket thing. So I'm trying to install it on the other side of the camper. I want to put the one with the 12 volt meter on that side. And I remembered when I got over here, there's no switch for the lights on this side. There's no switch for the lights on this side. So if you can see, I've got black tubing running through. I'm gonna just go off of this light that's in the storage thing, run the wire through here, and that'll be perfect. Right. That might be one of the easiest pushes I've ever done. Alright. That was yep. And then blue light came on the USB. Alright. Not too bad. Next thing to do is poke a hole here and put the USB in from the other side, plug it in, put everything back. So I've got this bracket that hangs the grill on it, and I really want to hang it on the side. So what I was trying to do is figure out where I would want to do that. I think what I'm going to do is just drill all the way through the camper and just through bolt it through there, and then of course seal it all up with stuff. But yeah, that's kind of my plan. That's what I want to do. It's kind of scary drilling through your brand new camper. I'm gonna make sure there's nothing over there behind it that I'm gonna get into or anything like that, and then we'll see. All right, so this is the area under the fridge. It's got the furnace, which is that right there, and this is basically where I want to put the bracket. It would be behind this board, obviously the back wall here. Looks like I'm pretty well clear of anything back here, as long as I'm making sure I don't go onto that side of the wall there, because that's where the water heater is, but I probably have a little bit of room. Yeah, cool. Doesn't make it any less scary to want to do this though. I know my wife's not very excited about it. All right, so we have the holes marked here. Had my wife come out and mark them while I had the bracket up with the level. We are pretty clear behind, so here it goes. Right. Not super sure how deep those holes are. So what my plan is to cut this board. This is gonna be a backer plate against back here, and then I'm gonna through bolt it from this. This will be on here, and it'll get through bolted onto the back. I'll silicone a little bit of the holes, and then I've got some of that tape, like RV weather stripping type tape, that I'll put behind this whole thing, and hopefully that will do the trick. Let's go see where the holes ended up inside. All right, so there is one of the holes, just right on the side of the wall, and then the other three, you can just see the light coming in down here at the bottom. 1, 2, 3. So cool, that worked out perfectly. All right, so here's what this whole thing is for. That works out pretty good. I'm pretty excited with that. I had to drill through the camper, but that's okay. Cool. I'm pretty stoked about that. Pretty stoked about that. Got the second one, gonna put it in. You already saw the first one get installed, so it's the same exact process. I'll check back in when it's working. All right, and here's the second one. I wanted this one because it had the voltmeter built into it, so then we can see where our batteries are when we are boondocking. We normally boondock, so it's got an on and off switch too, which is, you know, that's all right. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed some of the modifications we've already done to our new camper. Yeah, these are all kind of essential things that at least we think are essential things. So until next time, guys, have a good one.